Hi, Mary. This is Hao, and thank you for doing this interview here with me today. And as the general election is coming up in February of 2022, so only in a few weeks here, I would like to spend some time to talk to you about your position, also your experience in the VP Finance and Services position, so that we can provide some background information about this position to anyone that might be interested in running for this role. Thank you so much for being here. I would like you to maybe introduce a little bit about yourself and what made you run for this role in the first place.
My name is Mary John, and I'm the Vice President of Finance and Services at the GSA this year. What makes me want to run this role is I was already in the GSA board last year, and it just really brought up my mind and my view on all the different GSA positions. This is the GSA Finance and Services, so you get to learn so much about the GSA, like the financial statement and all the services that we provide, like the health and dental plan. So that really interests me. So that's why I decided to run for this position this year and wanted to make an actual change for grad students to benefit grad students.
Thank you. And I know that the name of the role, VP Finance and Services, describe what it is, but could you give just a short overview of the main responsibilities of this role?
So about the GSA finance piece, you will be the one that reviewing the financial statement with your finance standing committee, with the board member, and maybe bring it to the GRC, the Graduate Representative Council meeting. And also you will be reviewing the budget for the upcoming year of the GSA. Other finance piece in there is the LDL, because as you might know that we are going to be rerunning LDL, and you will be overseeing that management piece and also the finance. And regarding the services, the most important services that we run here is the extended health and dental benefits that we provide for graduate students. So you will be addressing all the concerns or questions from graduate students, or providing maybe some changes and make sure that all the grad students are aware of the changes and are using the new service. I'm also sitting on the labor relations committee. So that's the service that we provide for academically employed graduate students. Just make sure they are aware of their rights, and then if they have any mistreatment, they would be comfortable to come to us, and we're their union, and then we'll be representing. Yeah, these are some key pieces. And services, there's also a new service that we started the year before that we are working on, this sponsorship and partnership program that we are hoping to connect with business that would provide a like discount for our graduate students or sponsor some of our events. So that's something that we have been actively working on as well.
Thank you. And what would be the three words you use to describe this role?
I guess the first one is, I would say, it's really fun. Although VP Finance and Services sounds boring, it's really fun if you would be able to add your personal piece into this position, that you have the chance to do something that you wanted to do for graduate students. So for example, this year I have been working on the financial literacy workshops. That's just something I'm passionate about. And I'm so glad to see I'm hosting all these workshops and grad students are attending and find them useful. So that's what I find really exciting. And second word is, I guess, just exciting, because you are able to make so many changes that would benefit the grad students. For example, the LDL plan, like if we are going to have new services, or if there's any questions, concerns, and you're the one able to bring them up and address all the concerns, maybe change something in our health and dental plan, and that would actually benefit all the graduate students. And for example, the LDL, last year we have this survey, this discussion at the Graduate Representative Council meeting, that we hear the students that they would want have the LDL back. That's why we're reopening it. And just like the excitement that knowing the grad students are excited that LDL is coming back and we're actually making a positive change here, that's just very exciting. And I guess the last word is just rewarding, seeing all these changes are benefiting graduate students and feel like you make a real change to what is existing right now and make it better. That's just make your role feel more rewarding.
I really love that you enjoy being this role and are doing a lot different initiatives to make changes and create an impact for graduate students. So thank you for the work that you do in this role for over the past year. And how does a week look like for you being in the role and also being a graduate?
Workload, I feel like time wise is 10 to 15 hours per week, I would say. So comparing with other positions on the board, I would say this position might be the one require the least time commitment, just because how it looks like underneath the portfolio. I have only 2 or 3 committees comparing to VP student life. The position has 5 subcommittees. And then the GSA finance piece, I'm just connecting with our GSA staff and then my committee. So those pieces are making my portfolio less time consuming.
What are some of the monthly tasks that you usually complete for this role?
Every month we have board meeting every week. So that's like 4 or 3 meetings every month. And then you will typically go to your committee meetings or check in with your committee chair and vice chair. And then there are some other tasks that would come up. For example, the partnership sponsorship program that I'm talking about, that you need to follow up on those. And also, if you're interested to run your own financial workshops, you will be following up on the workshops. And some other tasks they don't happen like every month, but it happens sometimes. Like you would need some time for adjudication. For example, some of the GSA awards, like the Sustainability Award and the Quality Money applications. And other regular meetings that we have is the Graduate Representative Council meeting, which is the one that we have representative from each department to meet once a month and then to learn about updates from the GSA and also ask any questions that they have in mind. And other external meetings that we have for this position to attend is the General Faculty Council meeting and also the Faculty of Graduate Studies. Other than all the meetings that you attend, you will definitely need some time to write your meeting reports as well, to send them ahead of time so that grad students are aware of what you're doing.
Thank you. And what is your most enjoyable moment within the role this past year?
I would say it's the orientation week that I like the most. It just feels like everyone is playing a part and we're really doing like a teamwork job here. So, for example, the present role will be working with the Faculty of Graduate Studies to organize the Grad O and speak at the Grad O. The Vice President Student Life will be attending the session for International Student Services, and all the other execs will be talking to all the departments at their orientation with their new students. And at the same time, in the background, all the GSA staff are helping us with any kind of questions and also organizing events for our graduate student groups and also the departmental graduate student associations. And also during that week, we have so many events and prizes giving out. So it's just amazing.
Yeah, I think it's exciting to welcome new graduate students to come to UCalgary, and luckily we get to do that 2 or 3 times every year, in winter, in the fall, and then also the spring semester. So that's for sure a great time for everyone within the team, within the staff, and also executive as well. And what do you feel that you had helped improve the most in your role for graduate students?
Yeah, there are these few key pieces of my portfolio this year. Definitely the first impact that I feel like I have been making is towards our health and dental plan. As you may be aware that we have a new services added in our plan free of charge for pilot year since last November, which is the telemedicine program that you're able to get some professional advice virtually through an app, which is so amazing. And we definitely want grad students to know about the service and learn more about it and see if there's something that they would like to keep in our plan. And other changes for health and dental plan includes adding a hearing aid support with no charge in the health and dental fee. So that's something that we don't have before, and it has brought up to our attention that this is something grad students would need. So we would definitely love to make that change. And also other changes that we have some problem with grad students over 65 years old, that they couldn't really benefit from our plan, but they're automatically enrolled every year. So we were able to make the change this year that we're going to remove that automatic enrollment for these students. which expect to happen in spring 2022. Other changes like constantly communicating with the wellness services to see how we can make this a better service for grad students. So I'm talking with them to see if they will be able to provide direct billing so that grad students can just use their direct bill card so that they don't have to pay out of their pocket in the beginning.
I know this role can be time consuming at times, and you also are a graduate student, and that could take a lot of time from your hand as well. So, how do you balance between those two responsibilities?
Yeah, definitely. That's a great question. That's something that I have been exploring for the past 2 years. So I'm definitely happy to answer this one. I would just say try to set aside time for your schoolwork where you can just focus on your research. And because for the GSA work, we constantly receive emails and messages, and just try to set aside time that you're not checking your email and messages, but still make sure that you do get back to them. But just have that mindset that for this couple hours, I'm actually working on my research. So don't worry about the GSA messages, you get to them. But yeah, I feel like that will be very helpful to do that, because otherwise you would just be replying the GSA messages the whole day and feel really bad that you didn't do any research. And research is definitely the priority for grad students.
Thank you. And I know that this past year has been a different year for the GSA and also for all of us as well because of COVID-19. So, do you expect to see any new priorities for the next year that this role will have to handle?
Priorities, I would say the first one is the LDL, because we're hoping to open LDL in the winter semester, which the new term started in May. So that will be a very big piece of when the new VP Finance and Services comes in. So it's definitely very important to talk about the LDL management and see how we would make it better for this new term. And other items are just promoting the services that we have right now in the health and dental plan, and make students aware of it, collect feedback from them.
And also, last but not least, what advice do you have for anyone that would be interested in running for this role?
I would say just like don't get intimidated by the title, and know there are awesome GSA staffs to support you. I would just say if you're interested in volunteering, giving back to community, and want to make a positive change for graduate students, I would just say go for it. Don't overthink. Just think about your goal for the year and enjoy your time at the GSA.
Thank you so much. Good luck with the rest of the term for you. I think you have 4 more months left. I know it's gonna go by really fast, but I wish you all the best in for the rest of the term. And if any graduate student would like to know more about the elections, they can go visit our website, gsa.ucalgary.ca/elections, and all the information are in there. Thank you, Mary.
If you have any questions, feel free to email me directly as well regarding the role. Thank you so much.